Jason Myers gets things started underway in Seattle. Jameis Winston and the Buccaneers offense will start. Ronald Jones starts the game in the backfield. Play fake on first down, and the catch is made by Evans for a Buccaneers first down. At their right guard back, Alex Kappa missed each of the last two games. Running left is Jones out to the 45. On 2nd and 7, Jones bounces to the outside, has a first down. Ronald Jones into Seahawks territory, brought down at the Seattle 45, but Evans split out wide to the right from the 45 on first down. It's complete. Mike Evans with his second reception. First and 10 from the Seahawks 24. As Winston fires downfield, he was looking for Miller with Griffin defending. Evans back on the field, top of your screen. On 2nd and 10, they keep it on the ground. Jones found a hole and works his way down to the Seattle 17-yard line. Third down and 3. Winston looks right. Now tries to go up the middle. Rolling to his right. Can't find anyone and makes a smart decision to throw it away, and then a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense. Number 54. After this is a goal. Automatic. First down.
Evans, bottom of the screen. The handoff to Jones, and Jones will take it in for a Buccaneers touchdown.
Do is allow, you see all these linemen go this way, and he's just got to pick a gap. Ronald Jones has to pick a gap, and it's going to be behind the play here. Just a great cut. Good block by Alex Kappa, who's just returning from that broken arm. Get up to the second level and allow Ronald Jones to fall in for this touchdown. And what a very inspired drive that was by Jameis Winston in this offense.
Matt Gay adds the extra point. Buccaneers with
NFL, and that drive took the wind out of him a little bit here.
Tyler Lockett is deep for the Seahawks, and he will not take it out, so Seattle will start on first down from the 25-yard line. Wilson to the outside. It's complete to DK Metcalf, rookie out of Mississippi. From the 36 off the fake to Carson. Wilson's pass is complete. Lockett picks up another Seattle first down.
These guys now, Tampa has exactly that.
Here's Pierre-Paul coming back from the offseason neck injury as Carson gets wrapped up after a short
game is going to be about the interior of this defense on offensive line and defensive line.
Seahawks empty the backfield, and then Wilson throws. It is Lockett. Gained 18. Play action on first down, and now it's the screen to Carson, and Carson has another Seattle first down inside the 20. Wilson starts the game 4 for 4, and now he throws to the end zone. Lockett, touchdown!
He makes this look so easy. He's so assured of where this ball should go. Watch it right here. He's just going to wait and then go. This is a great route. Pulls the deep defenders out of the play. Rookie has never seen that before. Touchdown, Seattle. Come back and even this score up. Great drive by Seattle.
Myers adds the extra point. Bucks will start at their 25 as we head south to Los Angeles for a Vikings drop to 6-3. On the quick release from Winston, it's Rashad Perriman takes a big hit from Michael Kendricks. Fourth reception for Perriman this season. Second down and 9. Here's Jones trying to work his way back inside, and he gets bottled up. Kendricks again. Empty backfield. Bucks must get to the 35 for a first down, and they will not, as Logan makes the catch at the 29-yard line and block it back deep. Pinion punting from his 18-yard line. And a fair catch called for by Lockett. Wilson throws on first down, and it's broken up. Getting a hand on it rookie out of Auburn, Jamel Dean. So he's on the 53-man roster, but inactive today as Wilson's pass gets broken up. 6 DBs in the game for the Bucs. 3rd down and 10. Wilson's pass is caught by the tight end Jacob Hollister, and a nice tackle made by Whitehead. Seahawks go 3 and out. Logan is deep for Tampa Bay. Fields the punt at the 13-yard line. Nice return. 18-yard return out to the 31. From the 31, as the Buccaneers go to work in a 7-7 game. Jones wrapped up by Poona Ford. Shifts. Winston to Godwin. Bucs must get to the 41 for a first down, and they do. Catch made out at the 44-yard line by Mike Evans, his 3rd today. From the 44-yard line, it's Jones on the toss. After the hesitation, Jones, 2nd down and 6. Winston fires. It's Evans once again. His 4th reception. It's a Buccaneers first down. From the 41 on first down. Winston going deep, looking for Evans, and there is a flag.
Clean the
Pass interference. Defense, number 21. The ball he placed the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
Play action. Winston, pump fake, and now he dumps it off to the tight end, Anthony O'Clair. That's his 1st reception of the season. Well, the Seahawks 14, it is Jones, and he goes nowhere. Down and 11. Winston's pass is broken up. It was intended for O'Clair, KJ Wright. 3rd down and 11. Winston avoids the pressure, rolling left, and now he throws to the end zone. It is deflected and caught for a touchdown by Perriman.
This is Perriman right here, and he just stays in the fight. Here's the inside breaking route, but this ball could be intercepted right here by Marquise Blair, right there. And man, talk about being in the right spot at the right time. And Perriman, he was really close to that sideline before he came back and made that catch. But wow, sometimes the bounces go your way, and Perriman gets his first touchdown as a Buccaneer.
First shot. Gay adds the extra point. Buccaneers back on top.
Some of the shortcomings on defense.
Right, you talked about the Seattle defense in our open. They've allowed drives of 75 and 69 yards. Seahawks start from their 25-yard line as Carson takes it up the middle out across the 30. Devin White.
Package runs.
And Dixon not yet ready. Here's Carson. Vita Vea wrapped him up. We begin the second quarter. Play fake to Carson, and the catch is made for a first down by the tight end. You can hear the chants for
lineup for 2 weeks for Tampa.
From the 38, play action. Wilson throws, and it's caught for another Seattle first down by Lockett. New set of downs from the 49 as they get into the hands of Metcalf. And Metcalf takes it down to the 43-yard line for a gain of 8. Second down and 3 from the 44 as Carson spins, stays on his feet, and has a first down to the Bucs 34-yard line, a gain of 10. He has 21 on 4 carries today. As Wilson with a nice soft touch, but unable to make the connection with Lockett. This is Petty, his first carry today. Inside the 30 to the 29-yard line of Tampa Bay. Third down and 5. Wilson to the outside. It is Metcalf from the right hash. And his kick is no good, wide to the left. It is Palmer on first down. Gains a yard out to the 38.
You can't turn around and hand the ball over to him all day.
Second down and 9. Winston looking for Evans, incomplete, and a flag with Flowers defending.
Pass interference. Defense, number 21. The ball at place the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
He's reaching for it.
And statistically speaking, it doesn't behoove him to do it.
So after the Buccaneers gain 12 yards on the penalty, Barber takes it into Seahawks territory to the Seattle 48.
Here, more coaches were at.
They do? Second down and 6. Or flats.
Full start. Offense. Number 65. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That's on second down at 11. Winston complete. Godwin. And Chris Godwin is close to the marker. It's Winston on the sneak. And he has a Buccaneers first down. They finally bring him down inside the Seahawks 40-yard line. Set. Off the fake to Jones. Winston throws it into the ground. Another good decision by Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Winston's pass got batted down. He was looking for Perriman. Play clock at 3. Winston on 3rd and 10, complete.
Made one. He got away with the touchdown pass, but he's looked good so far today.
There's Barber up the middle.
And to overcome that here in Seattle.
Nothing so far today. Second down and 6. Winston was under pressure again, looking for Perriman.
These big receivers outside. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin right there.
Winston on the slant. It's Godwin for a Buccaneers first down. Buccaneers have converted Rondé on 5 of 6 third downs today. First and goal from the 7. Here is Barber. And Peyton Barber takes it down inside the 1. And now the football is loose. Winston able to fall on it. And now a false start.
False start. Offense, number 82. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Second and goal. There's Winston. Looking. Throws. End zone. Evans. Touchdown.
There's Mike Evans. He's shaken up after this play, but this is all on Jameis Winston. Just buying time. Stepping up in the pocket. We know all quarterbacks become runners in the red zone. He just comes up looking for his receiver. Mike Evans asking for it. He delivers. Touchdown, Tampa. And Mike Evans, I mean, I know he's had a good game so far, but this is at least the second time that we've seen him touchdown Tampa.
The extra point is good. So, on a Doug Baldwin touchdown reception. Seahawks 27 and the Bucs 24 after Tampa Bay took a 21-0 lead. Receivers to the left side. And now Lockett in motion. Seahawks start from their 25-yard line, trailing by 14 as the catch is made by Lockett.
Game plan coming in here, but something to watch.
Here's Carson on first down. Tripped up out of the 40, gain of 4.
He has the ability to bring them back. No panic yet for Seattle.
Wilson sacked back at the 33-yard line. Came into this game tied for the league lead with Myles Garrett. Garrett. 10 sacks apiece.
See what you did there.
And now another one for the Bucs. Jason Pierre-Paul. Buccaneers use the timeout to stop the clock as they get the ball back with 2.5 remaining in the quarter. This is Logan, and he is bent immediately. Perriman in motion from the 27-yard line. The handoff to Jones, and he's bottled up. Hit for a loss of 2. The Bay Buccaneers with a 14-point lead. Second down and 12 as Winston fires off the mark intended for Evans. Bucs must get to the 37-yard line for a first down. Pass off the hand of Godwin. Tampa Bay will punt it away with 1:53 on the clock. Punting from the 15, Pinion. Lockett from the 33. Good field position for the Seahawks. Wilson complete out at midfield. It's Lockett.
Russell Wilson in that man-to-man defense. Tyler Lockett's going to win outside.
There's Carson following Lockett's 6th reception. Gain of 5 down to the 45. Second down and 5. Wilson over the middle, complete for a first down. David Moore with his first catch today.
I'm after him. He knows better. 4-man rush here, though.
Wilson going deep to the end zone and a flag. Hollister, the tight end.
Pass interference. Defense, number 45. The foul occurred in the end zone. The ball placed at the 1-yard line. Automatic. First down.
Oh, this just hurts this.
Here's Carson. Another flag.
Offside. Defense, number 58. Penalties half the distance to goal. First down.
On first and goal, Wilson complete. It is Hollister, and he is in for a Seahawks touchdown.
They're going to play action this way, and then he just watch him just pivot out and get to the flat. This is so well designed. The defender, Sean Murphy Bunting, has no chance to get out quick enough to cover him. And of course, Russell Wilson's going to make a perfectly accurate throw for the easy touchdown for Seattle.
Hollister, the former New England Patriot, on the practice squad earlier this season. You talked about the situation at tight end with Will Dissly on IR. Ed Myers missed a field goal attempt earlier. And this extra point attempt is off the right upright. No good. On the return, it's Logan. DJ Logan cuts to the outside, across the 30. Myers can't bring him down. 8-yarder against the Rams earlier this season. This is Jones. And Ronald Jones is across midfield and then gets out of bounds. From the 48 on first down. Winston throws. It's Evans at the 31. Another timeout. They take a shot to the end zone. Too far for Evans, and now 3 seconds. Pinion places it down. Matt Gay from 50. It is no good. Wide to the left for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seahawks get the ball first. And they will start from their 25-yard line. Seahawks scored a late touchdown in the second quarter, missed the extra point. Then the Buccaneers missed a field goal. Pass is caught by Lockett. And Lockett is down at the 30-yard line. Gain of 5 is Wilson sacked twice in the first half. Finally able to get rid of it. It's off the hands of Lockett. Well, the Bucs have excelled on third down. Third down and 5. Wilson under pressure again. Able to escape initially and then taken down back at the 15-yard line.
That's on third down defense here in Seattle.
Logan backpedals, takes it at the 21. TJ Logan on the return for the Bucs. Out to the 33-yard line. Carolina, his team with an 8-point lead as Ronald Jones takes it out to the 37-yard line on first down. Welcome back, second down and 6 following the Bucs timeout. As Winston throws near side, and it's caught for a first down by Brashard Perriman. On first down, it's Jones up the middle to the 47-yard line, gain of 3. Second down and 7 as Winston fires. He was looking for Godwin with Griffin defending. Play clock at 3. Third down and 7 and a flag. Play clock ran all the way down.
Start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty, third down.
Quick release, and not enough. Taken down at the 49-yard line was Godwin by Reed. Pinion punting from his 39-yard line. Fair catch called for at the 1976 season. Buccaneers leading this game by 8. It is Carson up the middle for a first down and still going. Chris Carson across midfield. Chased by White, and the ball comes loose, out of bounds, stripped by Devin White. 59 yards, longest run of the season for the Seahawks. And now on the toss, it is Penny. Rashad Penny will gain 3. Wilson on second down, throws, it's Hollister. Scored a touchdown earlier and takes this all the way down to the Tampa Bay 1. On first and goal, it's Carson, and he gets wrapped up with Pierre-Paul leading the way.
You got side saddle back. This can be a run, or it can set up a little play-action pass.
3 receivers to the left side. Wilson on second down to the end zone. Touchdown, Tyler Lockett.
It's unbelievable, this connection between these two guys. Jamal Dean has really good coverage, but his concentration is just perfect.
And now the Seahawks will go for 2. 2-point conversion attempt. Wilson, end zone, he's got it. DK Metcalf.
Real panic. It doesn't matter what's going on in the football game. Their head coach Pete Carroll and their quarterback Russell Wilson thrive in every situation. To a great football game here.
Yes, they are, as Winston and the Bucs go back to work, and it's Mike Evans. His 8th catch today. It's good for a Buccaneers first down.
Secondary, Mike Evans got to have a big day.
On first down, it's Godwin, and he's tackled after a gain of 9. Second down and 12, it's Jones, and he gets bottled up at the 45-yard line. Third down and 3, as Winston lobs one up for Evans. And he quiets the crowd with his 9th catch of the game and a Tampa Bay first down. Extra blocker in the game once again, 72, Josh Wells. On first down, it's Jones. And Jones able to spin inside the 40. No turnovers on either side. As Winston throws, and it's Perriman who makes the catch. Extra blocker in once again, it's Wells. As Winston to the end zone throws, and it's off the hands. Play clock is at 2. Second down and 10 for the Bucs. As Winston throws, end zone. Did he go out of bounds first?
Yes. Rookie mistake by Scotty Miller.
The discussion on the field has been determined that the receiver, number 10, went out of bounds and did not reestablish. As a result, the ruling will become an incomplete pass. Third down.
Winston on third down, moving to his right, there is a flag. Winston picks up a first down, and he is in. But we will check on the penalty with the referee, John Hussey.
Holding, offense, number 69. 10-yard penalty, third down.
It's on the right tackle, DeMar Dotson.
If they don't pick up some yardage here, it's another long field goal attempt.
Winston over the top for Godwin, so they gain 7. Tampa Bay Bucs go back on top.
Wilson throwing the football.
Wilson complete. It's Metcalf out to the 31-yard line for a gain of 6 as we head for a game break. With Vikings already lost today. The Chargers leading the Packers by 19 as Rashad Penny picks up a Seahawks first down.
Well, there's
from the 37 on first down. Wilson with time, can't find anyone. Now he throws, and it's just Out of the reach of Metcalf is a flag back at midfield.
Defense, number 26. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
That's on Sean Murphy, bunting of the Bucs. From the 42 on the toss, it is Petty. Oh, and a nice tackle made back at the 39-yard line by Jordan Whitehead for a loss of 3. Second down and 12. Here Paul coming. Wilson moving to his right. The flag is thrown. Catch is made by Malik Turner, but
holding.
Coming back.
Offense, number 78. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Second down and 22 following the penalty. As Wilson lobs one out. Perfect touch for Tyler Lockett. From the Bucs 40. Wilson dumps it off. It's Luke Wilson back in the game. Picks up a first down. On first down, it's Carson up the middle. And a flag comes out at the end of the play.
There's no foul on the play. Second down.
Oh. Wilson on second down. That pass intended for David Moore with Jamel Dean defending. Receivers to the left side. Play clock is at 2. Seahawks get the snap off in time. Wilson under pressure from Vita Vea. Also missed an extra point. This kick is good.
I'd ask the question. It's not happening this week.
Logan on the return from the 5. And TJ Logan hit hard, taken down at the 24-yard line by Cody. From the 24-yard line, Bucs go to work. Winston complete out at the 27-yard line to Ronald Jones, who's brought down by KJ Wright.
Coverage once again.
Second down and 7 as Winston is sacked. For the first time today, it's Bobby Wagner coming up the middle. Bucs must get to the 34 for a first down. Winston throws. It'll be a couple of yards short. Early fourth quarter, tied at 24. Taken at the 23 by Lockett. Out across the 30.
Russell Wilson with the ball, trying to take their first lead of the day.
From the 31 on first down, that pass was batted down. Guess who? JPP. Second and 10, Carson, Devin White. First buck. And now a late flag comes in.
Holding. Defense, number 93. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the run. Automatic. First down.
Dominican Sue doing a little sneaky little vet move.
This set of downs. Carson unable to turn the corner. Ball came out.
Oh, no, that ball is out.
Oh, and there's the challenge flag.
This is going to be a turnover for Tampa. I thought his knee may have been on the ground, but watch this punch right there. There is nothing on the ground. There is a clear recovery by Tampa.
Before Carson.
After review, the ruling is the ball came out. It was recovered by the Tampa Bay player who was inbounds. The ball he placed at the 45-yard line. The clock, please reset to 11:36, please. 11:36. Tampa Bay will not be charged a timeout, and that is a successful challenge for them.
5. And now Winston going deep, looking for Evans in the end zone. Put a little too much on it. Winston on second down. It's complete to Godwin to the 40-yard line for a gain of 5.
Bunch formation either side.
Third down and 5. Winston had the ball knocked loose. It's recovered by the Seahawks. Rasheem Green. And Green is chased down from behind by Mike Evans. 2 turnovers the last 4 plays. And now the Seahawks take over. Pass is caught by Lockett. Couple of fakes. And now Wilson finds Lockett. On first and goal, it's Carson. Second and goal. Wilson throws to the end zone, incomplete. Wilson on third down to the end zone, broken up. What a play by the rookie Jamel Dean today. His kick is good.
That was a bad turnover that led to some points. He's got to flush it. He cannot let that one mistake compound into another.
Taken on the run by T.J. Logan. Logan out to the 28-yard line. So with 8:15 remaining from the 29 on first down, Winston throws and it's caught by Evans. Mike Evans into Seahawks territory. Here's Jones, Ronald Jones inside the 35 and finally brought down at the 31-yard line of the Seahawks.
How about that cut at the end of this run?
Seahawks 31. Here's Jones up the middle. Jones takes it to the 26-yard line of the Seahawks. Play clock winding down. Here's Jones. And he gets bottled up.
There was a lot going on in that play. Jameis Winston trying to change the play at the line of scrimmage.
Winston fires, incomplete. Intended for Evans. 25-yard attempt. Gay's kick is straight down the middle.
A big factor in this game right now.
On first down, it's Carson. Chris Carson out to the 28-yard line for a gain of 3 on first down. Second down and 7. Wilson, nice soft touch. First down and more. George Fant back in the game. As Wilson fires downfield, it's Metcalf who makes the catch. DK Metcalf takes it in for a Seahawks touchdown, 53 yards.
Play action pass. There's a matchup right there. Just DK Metcalf has more in the tank. It's hard to cover these crossing routes from a corner, but Jamel Dean, who's a 4-3 guy coming out of college, doesn't look it right there. All this man-to-man coverage that Tampa is playing today, I think, is taking a toll on the young defensive back, and DK Metcalf, reliable as ever. Late in football games, huge play for Seattle.
5th touchdown of the season for Metcalf. The extra point is good. You're talking about Russell Wilson since coming into the league. From the 25 on first down, Winston complete. For a first down out to the 37-yard line. First catch today for Dari Ogunbowale, a gain of 12. Under 4 minutes remaining. First and 10, 37-yard line. Winston under pressure. Got rid of the football.
Looks like Seahawks are in man-to-man defense. Where's that big number 13?
There he is, and Winston finds him. Evans breaks free into Seahawks territory. That's his 11th catch of the game.
Challenging that on the previous play, there was offensive pass interference.
I wanted to try to challenge it.
The call on the field stands.
Yep.
There was not offensive pass interference. Seattle will be charged a timeout, and it's their first challenge.
All right. Godwin in motion. It's Godwin who breaks free and winds up gaining 7 yards. He was nearly stopped initially, but good second effort by Chris Godwin.
Wow, good set.
On second and 2. Not this time, says Clowney, as he breaks through to tackle Ronald Jones for a loss of 3. Winston on third down, and it is broken up. Perriman, the intended receiver, to the Seahawks 30 for a first down. Winston takes off and will pick up a first. Jameis Winston to the 29-yard line of the Seahawks. Winston looking on first down. He throws. It's caught and taken inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line by Ronald Jones.
Player, the free safety, I would be leaning to number 13.
Winston, Evans to the 5, still going, and finally tackled at the 2-yard line, his 12th catch of the game. On first and goal, Tagunbowale in for a Buccaneers touchdown.
So hurry up, go to the line of scrimmage. Seattle's not quite prepared. And look how easy this is for Tagunbowale just to dive in for the potential tying score. Matt Gay still has to make the point after.
Gay's kick is good. This game is tied for the 5th time today.
Seattle, how wide open that he was. I mean, obviously it's
timeout. 46 seconds remaining as Wilson throws short, intended for Hollister. 2nd and 10. Wilson over the middle, complete to Metcalf, and he breaks free. Some big yardage. About 20 more yards to get into range for Myers as this play is blown dead.
Offside. Defense. Number 58. Unimpeded to the quarterback. First down.
As Wilson takes off. Russell Wilson inside the 40, the 35, and finally knocked out of bounds at the 31-yard line. 27 seconds remaining. Complete to Metcalf. DK Metcalf down to the 25-yard line of the Bucs. From the Bucs 25. Carson. Down to the 21. Now the win from the left hash. Myers from 40. His kick is no good. Wide to the right. And it from the booth. Seahawks with an opportunity for a game-winning field goal. Myers unable to connect. From the 25 as we begin overtime, and that pass is broken up by Jamel Dean. 2nd and 10. Wilson over the middle, complete. First down. David Moore. Here's Carson. Down to the 41. Wilson on 2nd and 6. Under pressure. And now lobs one up, and it is caught and taken all the way to the Buccaneers' 43-yard line. From the 44-yard line of Tampa Bay. As Wilson throws, this one incomplete. Play clock at 3. Wilson on 2nd down. He fires downfield. Intended for Metcalf. There is a flag.
Illegal contact. Defense. Number 35. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Receivers off to the left side. Wilson throws left. It's Lockett. Lockett to the 35. Devin White the tackle. That's his 13th reception today. Wilson moving to his left. And pass intended for Rashad Penny, incomplete. 3rd down and 6. As Wilson sets, throws, Metcalf makes the adjustment and the catch. 1st and goal from the 6. Carson looks to cut to the outside and loses yardage.
Mel Dean, DK Metcalf.
2nd and goal from the 10. Wilson fires. Hollister, touchdown.
Here's Hollister. Jordan Whitehead. Outside technique, ball goes inside. A simple throw, a good catch, and a great game-winning drive by Russell Wilson.
Wilson matching his career high with his 5th touchdown pass. Now was Hollister's knee down before he crossed the plane.
Well, we got to give him the looks. All scoring plays will be reviewed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the previous play is under review.
Wow.
Ooh, now look, The ball's there. Point of the ball is over. To me, it would be hard for them to overturn that as a touchdown.
After review, it is a touchdown.
So Hollister and the Seahawks can celebrate. They defeat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in overtime by the score of 40-34. What a game here in Seattle.
Certainly was. This one was a pleasure to do. Both offenses firing on all cylinders, but it's Russell Wilson. Always it is Russell Wilson. No matter who he's trying to target, he seems to make the perfect throw when it matters. He makes the perfect drive when it matters. That's why this team is always going to be in contention in the NFC West, and that was a huge win for them.